I bump into on the streets? Robert, one of the graphics guys for Alex Jones, the guy who did the Hillary for Prison t-shirt design. Pretty cool. And he does some other graphics for, obviously, for Alex. That's not his only claim to fame. Nice guy and nice little chat. And you get to meet Robert from Infowars, a graphic artist. Or one of them for sure, one of the main ones. And, but the second guy up, the couple is, this guy's a Demolition guy. So, I got into a good conversation with him about, you know, little things like 9/11. So, you know, we'll get into that. Hey, and again, of course, if you like the videos I'm producing, you know how to hit that like button. And if you're new, of course, if you'd like to see some more of these, you can subscribe. And if you want to help me continue doing this, because it's not easy, I do need your help. You can share them. And, of course, support me by getting some of my fine pieces of art. And many different forms that you can do that. So, it's interesting. I keep on running into, you know, every time I get a chance to speak to an architect or an engineer, or somebody has something to do with, you know, demolition. I always try to bring up 9/11 and get confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. And I guess, I mean, if I go back and look at my videos, probably after, I would say it's probably running 8 to 2, you know, where people, you know, anybody that's a professional seem to have doubts about the official story. It just boggles my mind. It's one of those things that we just keep on living this fantasy every day. We know the truth, but it doesn't seem to affect our daily lives, and it should. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get on the streets and let's take a look at this one, and I hope you enjoy it.
Graphic designer?
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. I was on the show with Owen Schroyer
nice.
Thursday last.
What's your name?
Michael DeBerry, or Badass Uncle Sam.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you've heard of me, but I've been on the show several times.
I sometimes watch it. I don't know.
You just sometimes watch it?
When I'm working on the show.
Yes. So you live in Austin, I assume?
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, great.
For visiting.
How long you been working for Infowars?
3 years.
3 years now?
Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah, the lead designer.
So how's Alex Jones to work for? Is he as you know, how is he?
He's nice. He's always working.
Oh yeah, you know, we're all always working at this revolution. Yeah. You know, it can't be beat.
Yeah.
Well, which graphics do you do? This is my work. I'm kind of an amateur. This is, you know.
I do a lot of everything. I'll do like TV graphics. I'll make like Hillary Prison stuff. I don't know if you've seen that stuff.
Oh, great.
I did a lot of that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, did you see my? This is my design. I came up with this one.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
And this is all my work, of course. This is what I do. And here's a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton. And on the back is my website. And you know, I'm on because of my films. Yeah. You know, what I film out here.
Yeah. I do a lot of supplement stuff as well. The supplements.
Oh, great! Yeah. Which I take religiously.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 71 years old. I couldn't be out here doing this without that stuff.
I'll see you later.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name's Robert.
Robert Michael, or Badass Uncle Sam.
Nice to meet you.
Subscribe to my channel if you would. I like it.
Oh, it's on here, right?
Yeah, it's on the back of the Get Out of Jail Free card
Okay,
there.
great. I took a picture of that and sent it to my friends.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. Okay, a few minutes later, this couple walks up. Nice couple, and this is a guy that likes to make things go boom. What I want you to notice here, though, is his wife's reaction. I unfortunately didn't notice it that much. I knew she was, it was a new thing to her, but her reaction to the truth of 9/11 was quite something to see. Well, she handled it. I imagine she'll have a nice talk with her husband about this in the evening. So again, if you like it, like it. If you care, you share. If you're new, subscribe. And if you can, contribute. And I shall see you on the streets. I tell you, there's one thing I keep on noticing is how damn loud those stupid crickets are out there. Being in the middle of the city, I'll tell you what, I feel like I'm in the middle of a swamp sometimes, but I hope you can hear past them. I apologize for the crickets. What do you do there?
I work in an explosives company.
Really? How cool.
Blow shit up.
How neat.
For him, scary for me.
So, what? Explosives, I mean, I don't know, what do you, primarily making what kind of explosives? I mean...
I use them, I don't know.
Oh, you use them?
Mines and quarries and things like that.
Big rocks, big rocks into little rocks, and take down bridges.
Oh, so you're a demolition guy?
Once in a while.
Used
Cool.
to
Road
do it all
construction.
now, then, yeah.
What a fun job to have. I mean, it's every kid goes around blowing
I
things
know,
up. He
right?
never grew up, did he? He just
No.
keeps blowing things up,
Right.
doesn't he?
Yep, that's for sure. That's right.
I like
though.
things.
And what do you do, young lady? What do you do for
I'm a
yourself?
homemaker.
Oh, good. That's a lost job that more people should, you know.
I agree 100%.
I know.
Yes.
Yes, I know the whole thing about, you know, everybody working away from the house. Someone's got to take care of the house. I mean, I grew up, that's why I grew
Yeah,
up.
somebody's got to take care of the kids and keep them.
Amen to that.
Country are being destroyed because they don't have a mom.
That's right.
Well, I've been talking to teachers all summer and, you know, asking what are the problems. And one of the problems they bring up outside of the 4 different bathrooms and the, 15 different languages
Yeah.
and is the fact that, you know, about 50% of the kids don't have parents.
That's a fact. Yep.
They don't have
Single
both.
parent or, living with grandparents or
Yeah.
living with...
We got 18 grandkids too.
Yeah.
And then we keep them all close, keep them all educated as far as, the way things should be, not the way things are.
Dude.
I'm
When they say stuff that's not correct, we correct it.
yeah.
Now, as a guy that knows explosives, I got a question for you. Has to do with demolition, has to do with explosives, has to do with 9/11.
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth? Have you ever heard of them?
I have heard of them, but I'm not really familiar with them.
I got to chance to meet one of the originators out here of that group. It's about 3,000 plus. Some of the best architects and engineers in the business, and some demolition guys and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Explosive guys that have signed their name to a petition saying that those buildings came down by controlled demolition.
If you look at it, it almost looks like it had to.
Oh.
Because they imploded, they didn't explode. They went in, they didn't come
Oh,
in.
you never.
And when you blow stuff, when you take down a building, they implode, they don't explode. And they come down this way. There's no way that heat was distributed evenly enough for the heat to cause
I did not know.
any of that to happen that way. It should have, in that case, it should have came down like that.
Exactly.
And took out like entire city blocks.
Indeed. Because, I mean, even as a kid, if you built a sandcastle on the beach and the wave comes in and it hits, it doesn't collapse straight down. It'll fall down to the side. Or, basic physics,
right?
yeah. But thanks for qualifying that. I get a lot, from experts that, spoke to an engineer the other day, said same thing. He was an architect, and he was an engineer, he was a structural engineer. And I asked him, I says, is it possible? He says, yeah, there's no way they fell. That had to be an implosion.
So when you take a building down, you actually weaken all the supports first by either mechanical means, and then just so everybody's out of the building, you plant small charges of explosives on all the corners that support the building.
Now, they did find an exorbitant amount in the debris of nanothermite in the debris. Which is, of course, is a high-grade military explosive that can be soluble, can be painted on by maintenance men who don't even know it.
Yeah. Or it's a piece of tape.
Yeah, and then there was like two...
Clear, they make it in clear pieces of tape.
Do they? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing we've been living this lie for this long. Millions of people die.
If you don't believe there's a lie going on, you got your head in the sand.
Oh, yeah, indeed. I mean,
really deep up.
Yeah, there's a whole nother world happening beyond the one that these guys present to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a good book. I highly recommend. I'm reading it. This is probably the third time going through it, but I highly recommend this one. If you really want to know who the movers and shakers are and moving things, you want to read this one, Killing of Uncle Sam. This really goes to the heart of naming names and organizations and the funding, and it really connects the dots.
We ordered a certain book when we lived in Wisconsin, and then they wouldn't even mail it to Wisconsin. We had to mail it somewhere else. And,
really? What book was that?
I don't remember.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it was legit.
I had to mail it to my son in Missouri, and he brought it to me.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a form of censorship right there.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he was from Fox TV. One of his... what's his name? Yeah. Glenn Beck. A book by Glenn Beck.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, they wouldn't send it to Wisconsin.
Yeah, weird.
Isn't it, though?
That's what I've been hitting on right here is, the left trying to defend, their war on the First Amendment. That's why I like seeing the looks on their faces when they come by and they go, it's like...
I enjoy it too. I like to watch their heads explode.
Yeah. Well, you can get a lot of my designs in apparel, so you can walk around and piss them off if you want.
Oh, he'd like that. He'd like that a lot.
It's on the back of this get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton. So you can go.
He likes to piss them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you? That's funny.
I will do that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for
Everybody's got to put up with the big fight.
Yeah.
You can't give up.
Yeah. Thank you for being out there and putting it out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'd be sitting in front of a computer screen going, damn it, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a good day.
All right.
Wow.